During the 3 weeks I spent in Ecuador with Mercer on mission, I was able to apply a vast amount of knowledge gained both through classes and through personal experience to benefit the trip. In particular, I appreciated, though not always enjoyed, the opportunity I had to use the Spanish I had learned through 5 years worth of classes in order to augment the research I've done in chemistry as it pertained to the trip. The uses I found from my knowledge of the language were more expansive than I could have imagined, ranging from the simplest everyday tasks to complex jargon relating to the details of our visit. Some of the most mundane tasks to which I was able to apply my language skills were things like ordering food at the restaurants we visited for dinner. Without my experience with Hispanic cuisine and my ability to ask about the dishes, there would have been times where I had no idea what I was eating. I was also able to take care of some of the logistical business for the trip, such as talking with the hotel staff or asking for directions while on the road. On the service end of the trip, I was one of only 2 students who conducted interviews with the miners and plant workers, which was imperative to learn about their views on safety and their understanding of the processes. One of my most interesting experiences while translating on the trip came just a few days into our stay in Zaruma. One of the team members had a debilitating sore throat, so our only option was to visit a local clinic to determine the problem and find a remedy. I was chosen to be the translator since the doctor was an older man who spoke no English. The whole visit from start to finish was very enlightening, and it truly tested how much medical Spanish I knew and how much I could figure out on the fly. It also showed me a lot about what rural medicine is like in Ecuador because his office was comprised of 2 small rooms, no more than 6 feet wide by 10 feet long. This was in stark contrast to anything I had encountered before, but fit well alongside Mercer's medical school mission of serving the underserved. Given that we heard about the doctor from the hotel owner, it was clear that word of mouth is imperative when it comes to marketing for the doctors who run these small clinics. As well, there was no appointment needed for this visit, nor was there even a secretary through which to book one. The doctor's offices here in Georgia would fall apart if they were run like this, just a man with a waiting room and an office. Finally, the experience ended when we arranged payment, $25 cash out the door with no insurance to file and no personal information to disclose. He simply wrote the prescriptions for the medications needed and sent us across the street to the pharmacy. The nature of the doctor's visit not only taught me a thing or two about medicine in Ecuador, but also gave me the opportunity to use my language skills in a way I didn't think I would. Although I sometimes struggled to push myself to interact with the people there using my linguistic abilities, in the end I feel as though I benefited immensely from my unique position on the trip. For one, I was able to express myself to others in my own way because I didn't have to use a third party to translate. This helped make my conversations more intimate than many of the other group members experienced, which I feel led to a richer, more immersive experience with the culture. My position as a translator also allowed me to take over interesting roles as the trip progressed, and gave me a level of freedom and leadership that other students didn't have the opportunity to have, because I was able to hold my own in the cities and gather the information we needed. Without my knowledge of the language in Ecuador, my trip would not have been as fulfilling because I would not have been able to talk with the people we were there to help. I feel as though I would have been more detached from the problems the community was facing. Instead of staring the problems in the face like I did when talking with people directly, I would have been one step removed, and thus only would have interacted with the translator, not the ones truly affected. Overall, I feel that my ability to translate on our Mercer on Mission trip to Ecuador truly enriched the knowledge and experience I walked away with that will stick with me long after the wheels have touched down in Atlanta. I will take the skills I honed during my time there and continue to apply them as I move through pharmacy school and into my career, where I will no doubt find the ability to talk with patients who may otherwise be isolated from a healthcare provider to be a useful tool in fulfilling my duty as a pharmacist.